Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I know for a fact that there are some Halfling fanatics out there among you. Those of you that have been subscribed for a while will know that there are a few Halfling battle reports on this channel. And in this house I do have one of the more impressive Halfling armies out there in the world, which belongs to Halfling Pete. It just so happens that he's left it here for quite a long time now. It's been a while since we actually had a game, but it is still here, just sitting there under the table waiting for the next time he's available. There are a couple of other channels out there with some decent Halfling content. You've got Remington Steel, Majestic Feet, to name a couple. But all in all, there isn't an awful lot of Halfling coverage out there on the internet. And with them being phased out of Warhammer Fantasy, there's a risk that they could just disappear completely. But I'm not going to let that happen. First of all, I've been reliably informed that there is work ongoing for a Halfling army list for Kings of War, which is very exciting. And also, I personally am going to be attempting to put together some war scrolls so that Halflings can be used in Age of Sigmar. So I decided, in my position as one of the few remaining Halfling bastions in the YouTube community, I've taken it upon myself to bring you some Halfling goodness to educate you a little bit and tell you about one of the more underappreciated miniature manufacturers out there. Now, what you see before you today is from Warplock Miniatures from their Arcworlde range. It's one of the Halflings of Hobbleshire. This particular model here is a captain on a ram, which I picked up at the UK Games Expo. Now, it is supposed to go on this 40mm base here, but I wanted him to stand a little bit higher than your average mounted Halfling, to make him look a bit more proud. So I've perched him on top of a smaller base, which I've then crafted into a little hill with the use of a bit of green stuff, and I've then put that on top of his original base, so he'll stand a little bit taller. That 40mm base is the standard size of base that he will use in the Arcworlde game. Now, the reason I haven't shown you this model till now is because I was waiting to see what was happening with Warhammer Fantasy before I actually put this on a base, because of course the round base rumours were out there, and I would like this to be usable in Warhammer Fantasy. And once I saw, of course, that round bases are all the rage now in Age of Sigmar, then this guy's fine as he is. So he'll be perfectly suited to an Age of Sigmar game on his lovely round base there. You can see the level of detail on this model is very, very nice. And the rest of the Halfling range is no exception. I'm going to show you some pictures of the rest of their stuff at the end of this video so you can get a better look. There aren't an awful lot of Halfling manufacturers out there, since Games Workshop kind of severed their ties with Halflings in the world. In fact, in the War Scrolls for Age of Sigmar there's only one reference to Halflings that I can find, and that just tells you that if you have a Halfling hotpot you should use the War Scroll for the Empire Mortar, which is basically saying, no, Halflings are not a thing anymore. One model that I really love from the Arcworlde Halfling range is the Thing Flinger, which is their very large war machine. I'll show you a picture of that as well. And I hope that everyone will go and check out Arcworlde, because there's some very, very tasty miniatures. Their trolls are quite popular. I know a lot of people that own those. But for me, it's all about the Halflings. Anyone out there who owns any Arcworlde miniatures, let me know. Drop a comment down there. Tell everyone what you think of the models. What you think of the game if you play it. Also, if you've got any suggestions for the Halfling War Scrolls, which I'm starting to think about putting together for Age of Sigmar, you can drop them in the comments as well. That's going to be an ongoing project for a while, I imagine. Putting together some of the finest minds in the community to get that done. And with that, I shall say ta-ta for now, ladies and gentlemen. I would recommend all of you out there invest in some serious shin protection, because the Halflings aren't going anywhere.